Hey, what's going on, guys? Chad here with Greenlight Shooting, and welcome to this new video. Today we're talking EDC backpacks, everyday carry backpacks. And so the idea is a backpack that you can carry every day, whether that means you're going into the city, whether that means you're going into the office to work, or that means you're going to the mountains, going camping, going hiking, whether you're going to the gym, you know what I mean? Anywhere you're going on an everyday kind of trip, this bag will work. And it may not be the absolute best bag for each of those scenarios, but it's a bag that will work across the board. That's kind of what we're going for here. And I'm not even going for what's the best EDC bag, because there's a million of them. Basically, I've done a video on pretty much all of these bags individually, so I'm not gonna go super in depth into the bags. If you wanna see that, obviously go find their individual videos. But the idea here is to show you kind of what's out there, what options are out there. Maybe none of these bags are right for you, but maybe it helps you decide what you like and what you don't like about a backpack. So, with that being said, let's dive in. The very first one, this is probably the oldest bag I have. It's made by Drago. I'm saying Drago, it might be Drago, but I'm calling it Drago. Drago Gear is a pretty popular tactical brand. This is certainly the most, I think, tactical looking of all of the bags. So if you're into that, the back has a nice kind of neoprene backer, a little bit like a Ninja Turtle shell if you ask me, but it's pretty comfortable. There are just like molly patches and pockets and hanging D-rings everywhere. So if you're someone who really likes to accessorize, this one's great for you. This is all Velcro. You can patch it up however you want. And we're looking at, as I mentioned, a bunch of different pockets. Big pocket up here, small pocket up here, smaller pocket in here. You've got a couple little netting inside pockets. What's in there? Oh, wow. These are like my very first business cards ever. And a weird like mosquito repellent lid or something. My goodness. Yeah, I've had this bag for a long time. Now, I've had this bag for probably 6 years, 5 years. And you can see, probably longer than that, probably 7 years. You can see though, it's coming apart. And you can also see what's in between it. It's just like this little cheap foam, and keep that in mind. Opening into the big pouch, pretty standard. I've got a hacky sack. And some ear protection. Interesting, pretty standard backpack layout, big pocket, smaller pocket, couple of small pockets. The thing that makes it tactical, I think, is just all the dangliness and accessorizability. This bag, I want to say, was about $60 or $70, so pretty pricey, but that's probably what you're gonna see for most of them. This bag, the reason I wanted to show this bag is it's very, very telling of the standard kind of Chinese bag. When I say Chinese bag, I mean there's a lot of websites out there where companies can go and they can say, I want to make a backpack just like this Drago bag, and they will literally make this exact bag and put their own logo on it. So there's a lot of bags out there that are pretty cookie cutter, let's put it that way. And so Drago, in my opinion, is one of those that kind of falls in that template. There's a lot of bags that are very, very similar to this. It's not that handmade kind of boutique quality or anything. It's nice quality. You know, they did go a little bit extra in here. You've got kind of some like canvasy fabric. You've got a little bit more robust internals, but for the most part, it's this cheap kind of, I don't know what fabric that is, but you can, you know, get a sense for that because that's what most of these bags are made out of. And, you know, you are going to see things like this over time as you wear it. But yeah, it's a fine option. Moving on to the second option, which is kind of still in that same realm. This one is made by Truspec. This one is still kind of falling in that tactical line, especially with the multicam color. I think you can get this in all black or all gray or something if you want to get rid of the multicam. But just the fact that it's kind of got this tactical molly stitching, the Velcro patch, it's just kind of a giveaway in that world. But same style, you've got a little bit different setup here on the front pouch pocket. You've got like netting this time. When I was using this one, I put a knife in here, a flashlight, and I think an extra mag, and it worked fine, but it just, it feels loose, if that makes sense. Nothing feels like it's really made specifically for anything. In here, they've got a lot of different compartments, but it's very, very cheap material. It's that same kind of gross, cheap material. I don't know what it is, but I hate it. Going into the bigger pocket, again, same exact material. You've got one net pouch on the inside. And it's kind of that cookie cutter Chinese backpack, as I said. On the back is where we're getting a little bit different. We've still got some cushioning here, not a ton, but you've got a lower lumbar pocket now, and that's where you're fitting guns and things like that. So to give you an example, I've got an XDS 3.3 inch. That fits right there perfectly. I cannot get a Glock 19 to fit right there, but I like that lower lumbar pocket for a concealed carry pouch, because when you have this on, it's not like someone can't just, you know, if it's on the outside, someone can unzip this, grab what's in it, and run away. No one's grabbing what's in this pocket while it's on your back. And of course we have straps and things like that, so they're not just grabbing the entire bag and running off. So a very secure pocket for concealed carry, and it is very comfortable. This pocket is padded extremely well, so you don't feel the gun. That's my favorite part about this Truspec backpack. I think it looks really, really clean. This is something you can certainly take up the mountains hiking with you. It's something you can kind of get away with at the office, depending on your office setting. Probably if it was just straight black or something, it'd be a little bit easier. But yeah, so that's the Truspec backpack. Now this one is made by Sixpack Fitness. I did a video on this, I think last year, and it's kind of an interesting bag. It's big, it's bulky, it's a little bit ugly, it's a little bit weird looking. But the big main thing is that it comes with essentially like a built-in lunchbox. So you've got like 3 Tupperwares, you've got like a pill box, you've got ice. It's kind of nice. If you're someone who takes fitness seriously and you meal prep and things like that, that is nice to have. This bag is made of a little bit higher quality material from what I can tell. You still have like Velcro and stuff if you want to trick it out a little bit yourself. The MOLLE isn't quite as in your face. There isn't dangling stuff everywhere. It doesn't feel quite as tactical. Drop this down, and we have that same material, but it's like double layered with some, there's some nice kind of soft velvety material or something on the inside of those pockets, which makes it a little bit more, I would feel okay putting a phone or something in there, something you don't want to get scratched up. Whereas that Truspec bag, it's just paper thin material. So this one's got definitely a few more layers of quality. Open the big pouch. This is kind of the top of the lunchbox right here. You've got a hydration pack in there, but there is tons of room, if you want to throw on some clothes or whatever. There's plenty of room in there. Side pouches for things like water bottles. And then on this very top section, it's kind of like a laptop pouch. It's very soft. You've also got kind of this hidden accessory pouch in there, and I feel like that's where they're trying to say it's a concealed carry backpack, because you could maybe throw the gun just in there. I would probably want something like a Velcro holster, or at least just some sort of holster that covers the trigger guard that could kind of go in there, and then your gun goes in there on top of that. But yeah, it's nice. It's enclosed. Again, it's nothing that someone can just grab off your back and run away. It's deep in this pocket, and then it's within a pocket inside that pocket, hopefully within a holster. On the back here, we have tons of padding. This is very, very comfortable to wear. No lumbar pocket, but very comfortable once again. It's comfortable in the sense that there's a lot of padding. It's kind of uncomfortable in the sense that it's such an odd shape. I've never actually filled up these Tupperwares. I've always had stuff in this upper half, and maybe it's kind of pulling this way on me. I bet you if I had more stuff in here, it might kind of even out the load a little bit. I like the idea of this. I just don't know that I'd ever actually use it. But in theory, it's cool. It's a little bit of an uglier bag, but I still think it's something you could take to the office. You could obviously take to the gym very well. I think this is a little bit more of a city bag. It would stand up to the elements if you took it hiking or something like that. It would stand up to the elements. If you took this camping or something, I think that's great. Hiking, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that this could stand up to a bunch of mud and rain and stuff like that. But overall, I think you can go most places with you. Price on this bag is pretty hefty. I don't remember the exact price, but I want to say it was like 250 bucks or something. I think anytime you're getting into sort of a niche area, so like this is really a fitness bag that's kind of getting into the gun stuff. So I think that's where you're going to start to see more expensive price tags, because they're really catering to a certain audience. Next up is the bag that I actually use every day for EDC. There are things that I like about it, and there are things that I don't like about it, but overall it has been my choice. This is a bag by Immobilis. They have a Kickstarter going on right now. I did a video on it previously. It's a really good bag for a couple reasons. Number one is the material is absolutely outstanding. It is not a cookie cutter bag whatsoever. I mentioned this in the primary video, but all of these materials make me feel like this is a $500 bag. I'm pretty sure on Kickstarter it's like 150 or something for this bag. But yeah, reinforced bottom, you can throw this in mud, you can throw this in water. It's totally waterproof, YKK zippers. It's got a second waterproof container up on the top here. It's got this weird GI duffel opening style that I don't care for, but inside you've got another layer of water protection. I just actually never undo this part because it's such a weird thing and it's kind of a pain. But the materials are so high end. I really like the aesthetic of it, just tone on tone, black with the black Amobilis right there. You do have the Molly stitching right there with some patches on both sides. You've got a water bottle pocket over here. The part that I don't like about this bag is the functionality. It looks really, really clean. In the video, I talked more about this, but essentially you've just got one big pocket in here. Now it did come with an organizer. I just didn't really find use for that organizer. So in here we've got one big gigantic pocket. We've got a netted zipper up there. We've got a few little zipper containers in here, but for the most part, you're looking at one large container. On the back, they've got a hidden laptop compartment, so that's where I keep my laptop. I like that a lot. Number one, it keeps it away from everything in here. So if you were to have something spill in there, maybe you've got your food and drink or something, your laptop is not getting hit with any of that back here. The other thing is, again, it's very protected. It's against your back. Speaking of protected, this one also has that lower lumbar pocket. So you can see right there, and it is very padded once again for carry. So you could throw something like this XDS in there, no problem. I probably don't see it going much bigger than that XDS. Again, I don't think you can get a Glock 19 or something in there. I like that pocket for all the reasons that I listed before. You've got a buckle up front, no one's taking that bag and running or anything like that. I do think that this bag gives off a little bit of a tactical vibe as well. It's a little bit lower stated to me because it's just black on black, just very sleek looking. It's not in your face tactical like the Drago style bag is, but it certainly gives off that vibe. I'll tell you, like, when I brought this bag over to like my mom's house one day for family dinner, as soon as my sister saw it, she's like, "Do you have all your guns in there?" And they're not, gun people, and that's the first thing that their mind went to. So that makes me think that it is a little bit more tactical than I had originally anticipated. But overall, I think it's a very slick design. I think you can certainly wear this into an office situation around the city very easily. You could definitely take it up into the mountains. Again, I don't think it's really meant to be up in the mountains in the elements, but the fact that it's got this reinforced bottom, the fact that it's waterproof, things like that allow you to definitely take it out in the elements and yeah, be just fine. So as I mentioned, price-wise on that, Kickstarter I think is still going. I want to say it's like 150 bucks or so. I'll link that Kickstarter below if you're interested. Now the last bag I want to talk about is made by Lowpro, and this isn't your typical gun bag, primarily because it's not a gun bag. This is a camera bag. But I think it's a little bit interesting for EDC, and I think it works. A couple things. Number one, it's got no front pouches and things like that. It's got one little zipper pouch. These are all YKK watertight zippers, by the way. You have one large opening up here on top. It goes from about here to here, and it's the entire length of that. So you can fit bigger objects in there. Up on top, you have kind of this concealed laptop container. You've also got a tablet little section in there as well. Okay, so say you're walking and you can actually throw this off, put this in front of you, unzip, and then you have immediate access to whatever's right here. So for me, that's my camera, which is great because you can take photos. But you could have anything right here. You could have your concealed carry weapon, you could have your lunch, whatever makes the most sense for you. And as you can kind of see, there are compartments in there. So you can set those compartments up, they're just Velcro. You can set them up to be whatever you want, whatever size you want. I think if you had a concealed carry in there, maybe, this is all Velcro by the way, if you had a concealed carry and a Velcro holster right there, boom, that could be absolute money. You've got extra options right here, maybe mags, I don't know, whatever you want. But that kind of side slingshot move is a little bit interesting. Okay, so I took everything out of my bag, and then now this section, this actually comes all the way out. So if you don't want that in there at all, you can have just a completely open backpack in there with side pockets to reach in. But I think this is where the magic is. Because this comes out, because these are all Velcro, these fold in any way you want them to, they just secure to each other. You can, change anything you want about this setup. So I think if you throw this in that bag, the one side, where you flip it over and you've got your right hand accessible, you've got your firearm there, maybe you've got extra mags, whatever. On the other side, maybe you've got your normal day-to-day things, your hard drives, your pencils and notebooks, whatever. But I think that could be really cool, man. Quick access, throw that around in front of you, boom. Now, I've never tried it. I don't know, maybe it doesn't work logistically, but I'm just saying, pretty cool. And this bag, as I mentioned, is made by Lowepro. I want to say it's pretty expensive. Again, it's probably like $250, maybe even $300. It's a pricey bag, but it's made of extremely high quality materials. It's YKK watertight. Very, very comfortable. You've got the laptop up here, and then you've got that extremely cool customizable interior section. Looks wise, I also think this thing can go with you anywhere, absolutely, to the office, to the gym, to around the city. Again, up in the mountains, it'd survive. I don't know that it's the best candidate for up in the mountains, but it's something that you could get away with carrying every single day. It's a good looking bag, man. That was a pretty long video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully kind of showed you a bunch of different options about what's out there. Maybe you can take what you like and what you don't like. Figure out what bag you like best or what kind of bag you like best. If you found this video useful, please hit the thumbs up button. I will put links to all of these or whatever I can find down in the video description below. If you're interested, check those out. Let me know your thoughts on these bags. What kind of backpack are you rocking day to day? Like the video, share the video, subscribe. You guys know all the stuff. And I will see you guys next time on Greenlight Shooting. Thanks for watching.